Hello, Tracy here, Sweet Spot E-Magazine, and I like to just jump right in. Thank you, thank you so very much to the subscribers, to those that comment, to the likes, to the shares, to the views. I thank each and every one of you. And as you see, if you comment, I comment back. Thank you. Even the ones who have comments that I don't quite understand with the names user, thank you. So now we're just going to start off with some cards from the stack and see what type of energy that we get. I just kind of wanted to do that and see what comes up. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you so very much. Please show me what message, if there's a message from the stack. Something that we didn't need to be just done with. Something that's over. The door's been closed. The curtain has been drawn. It's over. Now it's time for someone to stand in their own power. Now it's time for someone to show exactly how majestic you truly are. Now it's time for you to allow yourself to be you, to come out, to show the world, and most importantly, to show yourself how comfortable you feel being you, how ready you are to be you, how anxious you are to be you, how you're ready to live like such a carefree life, like one of a 1970s flower child, carefree in the field, the wind is blowing through your hair, arms outstretched, twirling around in some daisies and some weeds, not getting dizzy, but you're just twirling around and shit. And you fall down on the grass and you're just laughing. And later you get up and you're not like really itchy from all that grass and shit like that, It's just a really good day. It's really good, just carefree like that. It's time. It's somebody's time. They're done with the old. It's time for the new. And it's just their time. They called on Archangel Michael to help them deal with this player. To help them deal with this person that was a joke. They called on Archangel. Oh, that wasn't Michael. They probably called on Archangel Michael, but also Archangel Mariel for that divine ultimate love. The divine ultimate love. The love of self. And it was that love of self that finally had you able to walk away from that player. That finally had you able to be just the fuck done. That's it. No more. And calling on Archangel Mariel, which is, look at the colors with the two. Look at the colors. These are the exact same colors. Calling on Archangel Mariel for that divine and ultimate love is what helped you to be majestic. What helped you to stand in your power. That's what helped you. Because you finally loved you first. And you had to let that person know, actually, I don't even love you because I'm so busy loving me. This was the hard part. The hard part was letting go. The hard part was the fear of the unknown. The hard part was seeing the gold on the other side. See the colors? See the colors? That was the hard part. You weren't ready for a free fall. You didn't want a free fall. You wanted to be sure. You wanted to have something for certain. And God said, for certain, let yourself go. That was the hard part. That was the hard part. It was letting yourself go. Allowing yourself to fall gracefully, lovingly, gently, and oh so protected into God's hand. Having faith, at least, the very least, the faith of a mustard seed. That God is going to be there to get, to catch, to hold, and to have you. That was the hard part. It wasn't letting go of another person. That was an easy part. First, you had to get past the hard part. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else from the stack? See, we want to look at the things that are on the outside as what's hard. That's not the hard part. That's always the easy. The outside is always the easy. It's the inside. That's the hard. Because we have to look at just the facts. Just the facts. But we're not ready to look at the facts sometimes. That's why we look at and mess with and deal with and run into the player, the joke, the time waster, the wrong way, the one that we end up saying, miss me with it. What else, Spirit? Sometimes we have to understand that when we choose not to look at just the facts, we are dealing with an opportunistic bum who's going to keep us stuck in a cycle. Because they don't know who the fuck they are. That's why we have to let ourselves go. So that we can let them go. You picking up what I'm putting down? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Because we have to understand that that person, the one that we think that is the hard part to let go, is all about them. It's all about them. That's it. That is this opportunistic bum. That's the player. That's the one who we have to keep just the facts with. We have to be just done. Caution. Look around. Go slowly. Think twice. What does your gut say? But it's time to stand in your power by choosing your battles. It's time to understand and believe who you are. Believe that you have the strength to carry on. Believe you have the strength to do everything that it is that you need to do. Because you do. You do. Believe that it is okay for you to tell anyone anything. Because it is. Because people will play games with you and expect you to be true to them, honest to them, upfront with them. But they'll play games with you. That's why it's okay for you to be 100,000% authentically you. And to feel carefree in being you. And in doing exactly what you want to do. And with whom you want to do it. When you're ready to do that. You have to be selective with your energy. Because you deserve that. People will play games. They don't care. They don't care if you get hurt. They do not care if you get hurt. So you have to call on Archangel Roquiel for that healing energy to replace the negative energy that they're trying to give to you. You have to call on your archangels. Look them up. Find out which ones you need. Write them down. Remember who they are so that when the time comes, you can call on them for assistance, for guidance, and for protection. What do you think they want you to do? They're like, oh my God. Oh my God. Excuse me, Dougie Fresh. Yes, that's the song I hear. So it's a good shock. It's a good surprise. It's a good shock or surprise. Yes. Oh my God. They want you to call on them so that they can help you, so that you can see, oh my gosh, that you are going in the right path. Oh my God. Oh my God. Excuse me, Dougie Fresh. Yes. That's all I really know about heart. Anything else? If not, I'm going to pull some tarot. Anything else? Anything else, Spirit? This. I say you have to be careful. Some people will try to be so slick that they will talk you out of your drawers while you walking in them. You gotta be careful. Be selective with your energy for sure. And remember, you definitely are a phenomenal person. Stand in your majestic power. Call on Archangel Mariel. Choose your battles wisely. Be selective with your energy. You are definitely on the right path because you are definitely a phenomenal person. So let's go ahead and pull some tarot. Bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Cups. So options, choices, decisions. And you have to be careful. Because this came in sideways. So you have to be careful about those options because some are going to give you great joy and some are going to leave you out in the cold. And that's with everything. That someone has learned that lesson, and that's why they closed the door on that lesson. They are just done, and they just dealt with somebody who was just like that. So, trying to be so damn slick about everything. Thought they was the best player in the world. Thought they could get away with everything. All of that. Someone had to close the door on a personality that was just like that. Someone they just couldn't trust. Someone they ended up really, really despising. Because that person was nothing but trouble. That's it. Now this person understands that they must choose wisely. That they must put some serious thought to these decisions and not come across like some inexperienced child, some young page. They need to stand in their majestic king or queen power and really think about what the fuck they about to do. They just closed the door. They just closed the door. It's time for them to stand in their power. It's time for them to call on these archangels. Because right now they are still in their time of need. Just because they closed the door doesn't mean that the games, the trickery, the buffoonery, all of that shit is over. No. It just means that they just now have some clarity to a situation. Now they're ready to make the right moves. Now they're ready to get justice. Now they're ready to go in the right way where they need to go. Now they're ready to follow God. Now they're ready to look up to where they need to go instead of going. Now they're ready to follow their true north as opposed to following their south node. Now they're ready. Now they're ready to make wiser decisions when it's time to make wiser decisions. Someone's given some thought. It's like they're giving some thought to their next move. They're giving some thought to what they actually need to do, where they need to invest their energy, and where they need to hold back their energy, where they need to save money and where they need to spend a little bit now so that they will have it later. But they're thinking that they need to also keep all of their plans to themselves. It's like they want to keep all of their plans to themselves while they become stronger. They don't want people to know. They don't want anyone to know that they are secretly ascending into their majestic power with the King of Swords. They don't want anyone to know that they finally found their key. Their key being their own strength. That they have tamed their own fears. That they have beat everything that was holding them back. That they looked dead into the mouth of this lion. And everything that they were afraid of, they're not anymore. They understand that it was themselves that they were afraid of. They had to understand that it wasn't the other people that were making them stuck. It was themselves that were keeping them stuck. But now they are definitely choosing their battles wisely. Only willing to rush in whenever it's pertaining to them. And really not even really ready to or willing to rush in. Now just willing to give it a lot of thought. And not feeling like anybody can even pressure them to do anything that they're not ready to do when they're not ready to do it, if they don't want to do it, if they think it's a bad idea, doing it, everything. Because this person has had a lot of time to think to themselves with that Hermit card. They've had some time to become enlightened. They've had some time to really look at where they were and what they were doing, who they were around, and what was actually happening. This person is working on themselves. It's like they're working on their communication with themselves, being more loving, being more patient, being more kind and gentle. Working on their communication, reaching out to their spirit guides, to their ancestors, to spirits. And receiving a reply, receiving a confirmation. Which is how they know God is real. It's like At first, they were just kind of like testing a little bit. Okay, God. Okay. All right, God. If you real today, let me find some money on the ground. So you go on about your day. Go on about your day. And you leaving work. And you about to get in your car. And you bloop bloop. And you about to open up your door and you look down and you like, is that $1 on the ground? You pick it up. You put it in your pocket. You sit in. You press the button. You start your car and you like, he showed you. Something just that simple. Something that magnificent. If you say, show me your sign. And you open up your door and there's this white feather. That's a sign that says, I was just right here. I was knocking at the door, but you didn't hear me, baby. So God was showing this person signs. And this person was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. This shit is true. This shit is really happening. This shit is real. And then that's whenever they started really, really saying, oh, you know what? Let me really get myself together. Let me really get my okay, now I understand what the master plan is. Now I can be me. I can do whatever it is that I feel like I feel comfortable doing. I can just be me because I see now that I don't have to worry about anything that anybody else is doing, talking about, breathing, blah, 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 because that shit don't even fucking matter. I asked somebody for 50 cents. They said they don't have it. I asked God for some money. He gave me a whole $1. So I don't need man. I need God. That's whenever they said, oh, I'm closing the door on this old bullshit. Balloon. Boom. Close that damn door. And it was so easy to close the door on everybody after that too. Because they finally let themselves go. That was the hardest part, was letting go. Cutting the cord. You cut it from the toxicity. That was the hardest part. Cutting that cord from the toxicity that it had over you. Once you cut it, you automatically go up. And the toxicity automatically goes down. What else? Once that happened, once the truth started sinking in, once these things started clicking, it's like miracles started happening for someone. That's when they really started thinking. That's when they really started thinking, I have got to be who I'm called to be. I've got to step up to the plate. I've got to do better. I've got to be more loving, more giving, more receptive, more this, more that. Whatever the person was lacking before, not willing to do before, didn't want to do, now this person is winning, anxious, willing to do. Because now they understand that it was never ever about them. It was always, always, always about God. Every blessing, everything that they ever received for as long as they can think was a blessing from God. Every positive move that they made, every step in their career, every step up the ladder, every promotion, they see now. It wasn't them. They didn't do it. They see that it was not them that did it. They see that it was God that was blessing them over and over and over and over and over and over again. They even felt shame for themselves for allowing themselves to be so haughty, so convinced, so self-assured, so whatever, full of shit. That it was just them. That it was their greatness. That it was them that was able to do this. It was them working hard. She works hard for the honey. So hard for it, honey. It wasn't them working hard. It was God blessing them, giving to them, providing for them. And he did it for them so that they could turn around and do it for another. I'm given to you so that you can remember that you need to turn around and do it for another. But I don't believe that that's what happened in the past. I think that's what's made this person really sad. That's what gave them, because this is what it looks like. That's what they feel ashamed about. That's what they're sad about. That's what they're depressed about. They really feel a lot of shame because now they're just now stepping into their power, whereas before they did not step into their power. They stayed in the shadows. They lived in the South Node. They thrived in the toxicity. Had something major not happened, they would not have made that change. Had something major not happened, maybe they would not have made that change. And it was something that they saw you do. It was something that they saw you overcome. It was something that they saw about you. It was like they could see your majestic energy. They could see your majestic power. They could see you living like carefree. You ain't got a care in the world. They see you do what the fuck you want to do. How the fuck you want to cuss somebody out, you cuss them out, and it's their problem. You don't give a shit. You go home, you put your feet up, you turn your TV on. You might be like, damn, I ain't had to cuss them out that damn bad, but I did need to cuss their ass out. Because you've already done the work. with yourself. This is me, myself, and I. This is me, Holy Spirit, and my spirit guides. All of us working together, all of us on the same page, all of us loving the same imperfect me. Spirit loves me. My ancestors and spirit guides, they loved the hell out of me, and they loved the heaven into me. And I love me, the imperfect parts of me too. All of me. Do you know why? Because once you learn to love all of you, there ain't nothing that nobody can do or say to upset you or take your joy away. And they're going to look at that and they're going to be like, damn, we did this. She came back with love. We said this. She came back with the truth. We tried to hold her back like this. And she advanced even further and faster and higher. It's like no matter what they try, nothing works. It's like this person saw that no matter what they were trying, nothing was working. Nothing was working. And there was a few people trying it. There were a few people trying it. There's a little coven trying to throw their little energy, all three of them. All of them trying to throw some energy, but you know what? It didn't work. And the one that closed the door was one of the ones sitting back with the popcorn watching to see how it affected you. Waiting to see, do they got a rash? Are they looking okay? Do they sound a little crazy? I mean, because we ready to sign these papers to say we need to check this person in. They're a little bit cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Is it working? No. Because it ended up going back on them same three people that threw the same energy. It went right back. And it affected two of them in the worst way. Two of them in the worst way. They're not saying nothing. They're not talking about nothing. But they is fucked up. They really fucked up. I mean, whenever I say fucked up, I don't know if you can see all the letters and these cards right here, but they's messed up. They's fucked up. Okay? That's what they get. That's what they get. They thought they was a big dog. Everything that they thought they was putting out came right back up on them. Messed them up. They was sitting there, whoa. It messed up their finances. It messed up their mind. They in regret. It's put so much burden on them. Their money, their emotions, everything they're trying to create, everything is messed up. And they are in this hermit mode, in a hermit energy right now. Especially this person that closed the door on these other two. Especially this person who decided to get himself right with God. Because he didn't want that. He did not want that shit coming back on him. Because he saw what happened. He saw what happened to this person, this King of Wands. He saw what happened. And he started thinking about that shit. He was like, oh. And look, and then I tried to put the Page of Swords down, but then the Page of Swords flipped upside down. So he didn't want to look at it no more. He's afraid to look at anything else because he's afraid he's afraid to see anything else come out. That's why he decided it's time for me to get my life right. It's time for me to let shit go. It's time for me to say, oh, I'm done with that life. It's time for me to try and do this. To find somebody that I can love, somebody that I can depend on, somebody that I can trust, somebody that I can build with. Bottom of the deck, we got the Ten of Swords. I'm telling you. Somebody, they closed the door. They were just done. Now they want to communicate something. It may be to this Queen of Cups, but somebody wants to communicate something. They are standing in their own power. Now they are understanding that they have to call on archangels, whatever archangels. It's up to them for them to move forward. They have to be the ones to initiate the change. They have to be the ones to actually make the move. They have to be the ones. They can love all they want to love, and love is love, and love, and love, and love. But if you don't put no action behind love, love is just love. You know? You could tell somebody you love them all day, but if you don't ever show them, they're not ever going to know. You have to talk about it. You have to make a conscious and conscientious decision to walk through the door. To let them know exactly what your expectations are, what your plans are, what your intentions are. Let them know what your intentions are. Maybe not your expectations, but your intentions for sure. Because your expectations, those are your expectations. And you shouldn't put your expectations on somebody else. Because it may not fit them. It may only fit you. And that's the truth. Don't put your expectations on anyone else. And that's the true message from Spirit, because that is the extra card in this deck that signifies spirits. You know? What else, Spirit? What else? Page of Wands. That's what I'm telling you. You got to make a decision to make a move. You have to put action behind it. If not, you will just always be in the Ten of Swords. Thinking about something. You know? Someone is on the right path, but they need to move forward. Yeah, if you want this happiness, you want this healing, you want everything that you want, you have to move forward. You're going to have to do this. Okay, you got the Ten of Cups, you got the Star card, and the Six of Swords again. You know, this is what you have to do. This is what you deserve. Because this is exactly what you want. The Ace of Cups. So get into your car and ride. Put some action behind it, Jackson. Do it. Come on. Come on. Step and get into your emperor status. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Come on. You can do it. I trust in you. I believe in you. I believe in you. You can do this. And you know you can. You know you can. I believe in you. I believe in you. Spirit says, it's time for you to ride, baby. Come on. This is like driving Miss Daisy. Come on. Come on, baby. She's sitting in the back seat and he's driving. See? Spirit says, come on. Pull up to the bumper, baby. Come on, baby. You know? It's like there's some good news coming in. I feel like it's a good surprise coming in. Something that's you're kind of like not expecting, and that's always a good surprise. Something that's going to make you happy with that 3 of Cups. Something that you're going to celebrate. Maybe something that you worked hard for, you know. Could be, an emperor coming in. Who knows? Or something coming in good for this emperor. Something that you worked hard for. Something that you're going to be happy about. And we had the 5 of Cups that came sideways. I guess this would be there with the 9 of Swords at the bottom. Okay. So now somebody is sitting here worrying. Somebody worrying, do I do this? Do I not do this? You saw the damn cards? You saw all these damn cards. Somebody worrying about what if? What if? What if? What if? What if what? What if what? Somebody worrying about some, well, I'm not too sure what about. Did you talk about it yet? If you haven't spoken about it yet, you don't know. Don't worry about the shit that you don't know. If you want to know, let me tell you how you can tell your ground. Because you're going to have that conversation. You're going to be like, you know what I always want to know? This. You're not going to hold back. You're not going to be afraid to say what's on your mind. You're not going to hold back. You are going to say what's on your mind. Yo! This is how I'm feeling. This is what I want. This, that, and the other. Just like this one person. And this person knows who he is. I like that. Yes. Woo. Yes. Don't be afraid to say it. Don't be afraid to speak up because you don't know unless a closed mouth don't ever get fed. With the Judgment card, a closed mouth don't ever get fed. Don't be afraid to ask. You don't know. Have the conversation. Bring it up. Bring it up. Discuss it. Discuss it. A lot of times people are afraid to discuss shit that it means something so much to them, but the other person is like, well, what? That's all you was worrying about? You've been worrying about that bullshit for years? No, I don't even know nothing about it. What are you talking about? And somebody else is like, oh my gosh, I've been worrying about this for 10 years. And the other person has like no idea what you're even talking about. Because somebody was afraid to discuss it. Ain't that stupid? It probably didn't got in arguments, had all this miscommunication, this, that, and the other. You talking to your friends and your girlfriend, your mama and everything, and this, that, and the other person don't even know what the fuck you talking about. hiding secrets, doing all this, doing all that, all that bullshit, and the other person don't even have a fucking clue what the fuck you talking about. Spirit says, stop that bullshit. Stop that dumb shit. Stop that ignorant dumb shit. Grow the fuck up. Spirit said, put your big ass drawers on and grow the fuck up. That's exactly what the card means. Big drawers. Put them on. Grow the fuck up. Talk. You got a voice. I bet you if you didn't have a tongue, you'd want to fucking talk all the damn time. But now that you got a tongue, you don't want to talk. You see what I'm saying? 7 of Wands. Acting like you gotta always protect yourself. Protecting yourself is having open communication. That's how you protect yourself, because then you let somebody else where you know where you coming from. And if that person is on the up and even supposed to even be in your motherfucking energy, they're gonna do the same damn thing. Guaranteed. Trust me. You just need to be who the fuck you are. Be upfront, be outright. You got that protection. Look, this is 7-7 in the judgment card and 7-7. Confirmation with my damn phone vibrating. Tarot card. Yep. Somebody thinking really hard now before they make some decisions, because they understood a decision that they just carelessly made before fucked them up. They trying to be in their power now. They are trying to be carefree. They are just relying on God right now. They don't even really. They let go. They finally let go. They finally allowed themselves to just be in that comforting, loving energy, that comforting, loving spirit, the love of God. They allowed themselves to be in this emotional space. Finally. Anything else from this deck? Spirit says stop right here. I'm going to pull anything from here. King of Cups. Like I said, they're ready. They are ready to just be carefree, open, loving, kind, gentle. They're ready. They are so ready. You cannot make this up. We just saw the same 2 damn cards. They are so ready. They let go. That was the hardest part, was letting go. That was the hardest part. But they let go of their toxicity. Excuse me. They let go of what they felt was keeping them stuck. But I'm just so glad that they let go. I'm so glad that they dealt with this, that they looked at it, whatever it is for them, that they looked at it and they looked at it truthfully. And they made the decision that they had to start over. And it's something about that word truth now. Something about the word truth. They feel it means a hell of a lot. It's something about that word. Because now they understand that truth really does set you free. It hurts like hell. It hurts like hell. But when you finally accept it, embrace it, then you can move past it. That's all I have for this evening. Thank you so very much. And I do love each and every one of you. So now this weekend, November 12th and 13th, the 11th, 12th, and 13th, I'm going to be down in New Orleans. So if anybody would like to meet me for like a brunch on Sunday, send me a message by Saturday and I can meet you somewhere in the French Quarter. Okay? At a restaurant in the French Quarter. All right. Other than that, thank you so very much. And I look forward to seeing everyone soon.